And importantly, it is a big day in the baseball season. It's a big day for the Atlanta Braves. Reggie Chapman joining us now on Truck Day, Reggie.
Yes.
This is it. It's the start of the spring.
Look, man, baseball fans are awesome because, like, little small stuff like this matters so much to them, right? So, long story short, they just loaded up a truck with all the gear that they're driving down to Northport, Florida. And for people, this is a massive, massive deal. It's our opportunity.
There's magic in the truck, Reggie. There's magic in the beginning. You're going to get me all poetic here. I love the start of spring baseball.
There's really a magic in, like, the how they pack the truck as well. I mean, they gave us some of the stats. There's, like, so much stuff that they put in these trucks. Actually, let me pull it up here. I got my stat sheet with me today. A lot of water, as you can imagine. Lots of bats. 575 hats, about 432 bats. I mean, they throw everything that they have into these trucks that have to last them for, I mean, over 45 days as the team gets ready for the season. I mean, they go out there and they're gone for all that time, and so we get an opportunity to see some of that stuff. And yeah, you're looking at it now. Blooper was there, as he always is, trying to, I guess, help out in his own way.
He's not getting in the truck, is he?
I mean, he'll be there.
I hope they're not shipping him in the truck. I hope he gets an airplane seat or something.
He'll make his way down here some way. He's trying to help out. You know, he's just a nice guy. He's just courteous. Make sure everything's in there correct.
He's got his listening ears on.
Shout out to Blooper, man. This is the moment, man. This really is the official beginning. It really kicks off what this moment is going to be like in the new baseball season for the Atlanta Braves.
Reggie, let us talk about, as you list all of the things they got to pack. I mean, it's not like you can Amazon major league quality bats en masse. I mean, I'm sure they have a guy, but
yeah,
it's better to pack.
Yes.
This is the start of a new season. Everybody starts 0-0.
Yeah.
This is the time for spring dreams
yes.
to be blossoming. If you're a Braves fan, how justified are you in having some big dreams going into the season?
I just feel like at no point, if you're a Braves fan, in the last maybe, I don't know, probably 10 years, have you felt like this team can't win a World Series, right? I mean, I think this is another situation where, although it wasn't the busiest offseason for this group, and you already had an injury to the starting shortstop that you signed this offseason, which was kind of your major deal, I don't think that there's anything that shouldn't have you believe that this franchise isn't set up to be successful again in 2026. The starting rotation should be healthier this year. You've got some young talent on the roster, and of course all the main guys are back. And we've got Ronald Acuna Jr. on this team. Anything can happen. And so I like their opportunity to be very good this year. And I'm not the only one that believes that, believe it or not. I share the same thoughts as Chipper Jones, a MLB Hall of Famer and Braves,
guy who knows what he's talking about.
Braves legend. We actually got a chance to talk to him a couple of days ago. Here's what he had to say about this team and Walt Weiss bringing in a new era.
Oh, they're going to hit the ground running. No getting used to a manager getting used to the players. He's been there for 8 years. He knows everybody, what makes everybody successful. They know him. You know, things might be a little more rigid from a discipline standpoint with Walt because he's a little more hardline than Snit was. But I don't think you'll see that much of a difference.
So, guys, I'll tell you, I think it's really a big deal that they have Walt Weiss kind of running the show, right? I think when you make a managerial change from a guy like Brian Snitker, who had been leading the way for so long and had been a lifetime Braves guy, to make the move to a manager that was already on staff and a guy that's, although he was already on staff and understands the culture and understands the love for this franchise, he's also a guy that's a little bit different than Snit. He's a little bit more... How do I say? Militant's not the word. He's
crisp,
crisp. Yeah, he gets on you a little bit more. And I think that over the course of the last couple of years, they had lost some of that rigidity and the leadership within the clubhouse. So I think you now get it with a manager that's a little bit more hands-on.
Rigidity is a good word. That's a good way to put it. This has been, Reggie, a little bit of a season of transitions for Atlanta's sports.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, you just tick them off in your head. Almost every major franchise has gone through some pretty sizable leadership overhauls.
Yep.
We're talking about the Braves here, but I want to just ask you an open-ended question, and you can answer with the Braves or the Falcons, United. I mean, there's been a lot of changes. For the Braves, how, in the kind of peril to promise spectrum, where do you put the transition at in terms of the new clubhouse leadership?
I don't know, if you're sitting here thinking about it, I think they're probably in maybe the most surefire position of the coaches that were hired in this last cycle. I think the fact that he was already on this staff and this team is full of talent already, It makes it a little bit easier for the transition when you compare it to maybe the Falcons, who, when you watch the last group of people that they had running the show, they went full overhaul. And although it feels like they got good guys in place between Matt Ryan and Kevin Stefanski and all the guys they hired, you don't really know. You feel like you have a pretty good idea with what Walt Weiss is going to be doing with this franchise because all the players are pretty much the same. All the upside is still there. You've got guys getting potentially healthier, and it's a guy that you already know what to kind of expect with a little bit of difference with Walt Weiss running the show.
I'm going to ask you a question that hardcore baseball fans are going to roll their eyes at, but
Yeah.
a lot of people follow it a little bit. They go to a couple games, they root for the Braves, but they're not locked in like you are.
Yeah.
Every day. I am sure there are some people who hear this news and hear this conversation and might say, these guys are elite athletes.
Yeah.
How much of a difference could a new coach, a new manager, how much of a difference could it be? These guys are elite.
Yep.
Surely they can just go out and execute every day. The reality is that clubhouse dynamics change. It all impacts play in a big way, doesn't it?
A huge way. I mean, at the end of the day, like, these are all elite athletes, right? These are all the best of the best. At some point in time, they're the best person in their town or their city, sometimes their state or even their country. And so they come in with maybe some of that mindset of like, I'm the best, right? And then you get into a clubhouse like this, it has to work. It has to be teamwork, right? And you have to look towards like a real leader. Like Ronald Acuna Jr. is their best player, but he may not be the biggest leader on this team. And I think when you this has kind of been my opinion since Freddie Freeman left. He was an incredible player, but he also was able to give you that leadership aspect that your team needed. He was able to work with the organization. He was really good with Snit. I think they had lost some of that when he left. And when he left, you also had Dansby Swanson leave. And you're looking at guys like Matt Olson, who has kind of been the leader of this organization since, but you also need the manager to be that guy as well to kind of create those standards and set that tone, especially as a person that's respected in the industry. So I think Walt is going to be the guy that's going to be able to keep everybody in their place and hopefully move them towards the correct goal.
A lot of excitement headed into spring training, a lot of excitement headed into the regular season. And there's a lot of fun, too, right?
Yes.
I mean, we've been talking about the cold weather and how chilly it is in the winter, and that's important stuff. We all got through it together. But you start thinking ahead to those summer days, watching baseball. Maybe
Yep.
you're at home. Maybe you're listening on the radio. Maybe you're at the stadium. It's America's pastime for a reason. And there's all sorts of fun stuff, too. Reggie, they're giving out bobbleheads and merch. And, it's not just bats getting loaded into these trucks. There's a lot of fun happening.
Look, man, there's a lot of games they play in Major League Baseball, right? And they're played on every day of the week, and they play all the time. And so I think the Braves have done a really, really good job of creating giveaways and the bobbleheads and the jerseys and stuff. We actually had the opportunity after the truck was loaded up to go see some of the giveaways that they're giving away this upcoming year. Let's actually take a look at some of the video here because it's actually really, really exciting stuff. For example, you look at some of the jerseys right here. One of the big things that they're going to be doing this year is those crossover jerseys. As you can see kind of on the left side there, you have a football jersey, a baseball jersey, a soccer jersey, a basketball jersey, a hockey jersey, different kind of iterations of Braves gear, but on a jersey of a different type of organization. And I think that's kind of tying all the different teams in town together, all the different sports. And of course, the soccer one a big deal because of the World Cup coming to town over the next couple of years. The bobbleheads that they have are really awesome as well. A lot of callbacks to former players on this franchise, including Andrew Jones, who just got added to the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's a really good group of stuff. Personally, yeah, there we go, right there. Some of the bobbleheads as well. And they're actually that one that's all the way to the left side you see right there. It's something that they're doing a little bit different this year as well. It's a Chris Sale bobblehead. It's a bobblehead trading card. You'll see it as you kind of turn around here again, but it's very unique. And so I think the fact that the Braves continue to push the envelope of what they give out and where they have it and how you get it. There's stuff for kids, there's stuff all the time. And I mean, they told me this is just the beginning of the stuff that they're going to be giving out this year. So I'm really, really excited about it.
And we're seeing that image right now of the United crossover uni there, the jersey. This is, and maybe this is a good place to end. We could keep chatting, and producer Gabby back there, if we have time, we will continue. But Reggie, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
World Cup's coming up this summer.
Yeah.
We already talked about all the transition, all the newness in not just the Braves, but almost all of Atlanta's major sports franchises. 2026. How big of a sports year is it going to be for Atlanta?
I mean, it's going to be insane, right? I mean, the fact that you've got even if it was just the World Cup, right? Like, the World Cup is the biggest sporting event on earth. It does not get bigger. Every single match that you have here is going to feel like a Super Bowl. We have 8 of them here in Atlanta. 5
Including
of them,
a semi,
including
right?
a semifinal. We've got 5 first round games or group stage matches, and we've got 3 knockout games, which means that not only are people going to be coming to these games, it's going to be, I mean, this is not even being dramatic. It's life or death. Right? These teams want to win. It's their country's pride is on the line. It is going to be a massive year in the city just in that regard. And, of course, everything else that surrounds it. I mean, like, you know, naturally the teams in town are going to be bringing out all the stops. I think the Hawks might go on a little run here, but then you also have the things that always happen. The Celebration Bowl is always in town. The Kickoff Bowl in HBCU. You've got the SEC Championship game that's here every year. So much more that happens here every single year, added to a World Cup that's going to take over this city. We are in store for what's going to be an all-time year in sports, and to add to it, I think about all the stuff that's going to be on NBC now that we have the MLB major NBA All-Star is going to be on this channel. We got the Super Bowl in a couple of days. I mean, we have it
We
all.
got the
here.
Olympics coming up. I mean,
It's
great
unbelievable.
time for sports on NBC and on 11 Alive. Of course, we are biased. We're excited for that, but a great time for Atlanta sports and Georgia sports. Reggie, I know you have one more video, I think, to show us. I want to ask you one last question on this point before we get there, though, quickly. We talk about people in Georgia, people in Atlanta know Atlanta is a sports town.
Yeah.
Do you get the sense sometimes that people in the rest of the country don't give Atlanta sports the credit they deserve for being a tried and true sports city?
I think that as big as I don't think they give it enough. It's funny because it is big. I think it's rated in a way that people recognize, like, okay, Atlanta's a massive city. They see all of the teams in town all over the place. Obviously, I think a lot of the winning kind of connects to how people feel about the community and the team and everything like that. But I think that one thing when I moved here that I didn't realize is, especially since we're talking about the Braves represent an entire area. They call it Braves country for a reason. It's the same teams. Like, you have the people that are like going at each other's heads, Georgia versus Tennessee or whatever in football. But when it comes down to it, they love the Braves altogether.
Take a drive through the Southeast and put some sports radio on, and you're going to hear a lot of Braves games.
It's a lot of Braves. I mean, I'm getting asked to go on radio shows in cities and places I've never been at before. I mean, the people here love the Braves, and I think that because the NFL is king, and we haven't seen the Falcons that good in a long time, I think that has maybe knocked the feeling of it. But I think that once people see how it looks when the World Cup comes around, I think when the Falcons kind of figure things out this upcoming season, I think you'll get close to people really truly realizing what kind of sports town this place really is. It feels like you're always waiting. Like, this is a city that's been waiting for success for years. If they can finally get it with football and the NFL, I mean, it'll change the outlook of this place forever.
We talk about the feeling of spring training. You know, hope springs eternal.
Yeah.
Hope is springing eternal with a lot of reason to be hopeful for the city of Atlanta and all of our sports franchises. Reggie, I think you got one last video to show us here. Take it away, sir.
Okay, so Jory Palmer is the Senior Director of Marketing and Advertising for the Braves, and this is the person who I got all my information from when we were talking about all the giveaways. I mean, I asked her a whole bunch of nerdy questions just because I was really interested in all this stuff, because people who know me, I love merchandise and
You should
gear
see
and
this
stuff.
guy's desk.
I mean,
it's
bobbleheads.
Museum.
It's unbelievable. So I got a chance to talk to Jory, and she basically explained some of the things that she loves about this day, being able to showcase all the things that she had been working on over the last couple months to make sure they're ready for this upcoming season.
Takes us about 9 months of planning to really develop these. So for me, this is like Christmas morning, where we're finally putting all the presents out, and we really hope people love them, because we have kind of gone in a little bit of a different direction. We have unveiled some new collections this year. So as you'll see, we've got our crossover jersey collection. So these are gaining a lot of traction in the sports world. So a lot of people have a Braves jersey, so let's put a little spin on it and remix it.
You can feel the excitement there, Reggie.
Man, it feels good. Man, having my hands on the gear and to be able to look at the bobbleheads, I mean, it is awesome, right? I mean, just to give some dates, pitchers and catchers for the Braves show up on February 10th, full squad February 15th. Reggie Chapman will be headed out to Northport, Florida the day after the Super Bowl. I'll be there Monday through
Reggie.
Saturday to bring you coverage for 11 Alive. So while you're watching the Olympics and anything else on NBC, when you tune in, you'll see me out there in Northport, Florida, so make sure you guys follow along.
And, you know, a shameless plug for Reggie and the work that he does in the rest of the sports department. You're going to see him on air, and he's going to be doing a killer job. they do a lot of work behind the scenes to be ready to go to the places where sports news is happening, and they work their tails off. And I've gotten to see Reggie do it up close, so you've got nobody better, no sports team better than Reggie and the rest of the gang.
Thank you,
Reggie,
Zach. I appreciate that.
Have a great time at spring training, and
Thank
we
you.
cannot wait. In spring, everybody's a World Series winner this time of year, and maybe it'll be us this year.
Well, you're hoping so. I'd love to have another parade.
Everybody loves a parade. Reggie Chapman, everybody, thank you very much.
Thank you, Zach.